I'm recording him.
Today, Marquise Goodwin is back for Texas. Very quietly, the Longhorns starting to play more explosive offense. Home solid favorites. Road solid favorites today in Ames.
They're a good football team. Iowa State is very confident. They beat Iowa after 3 straight losses and then beat Texas and Austin. But Texas is on a mission. They repay State just like they did UCLA last week. Yes, sir. Texas by 2 touchdowns, Desmond.
Coach, I don't know about this. Now, Iowa State, like you said, they are confident. They beat them in Austin last year. They have 2 lockdown corners that they have a lot of confidence in. One is Leonard Johnson, the other is Jeremy Reeves. Now, if they can lock those receivers down, that gives them 9 guys to commit to the run and dial up some exotic blitzes for whichever quarterback Texas chooses. So, watch out. I think that Iowa State pulls the upset.
Ooh, wow. Upset,
yeah.
Well, you watch Paul Rhodes, you kind of like your pick. He can inspire his team, and he'll have them ready. I think Texas, you're right, urgency and redemption with their attitude. One thing about Brian Harsin, what a great job he's been able to do with these moving parts. So Case McCoy, David Ashik, quarterback, still using Fozzie Whitaker at times as a Wildcat quarterback. Just they don't have the marquee Texas players yet. They will eventually, but he's doing a good job of mixing and matching and putting guys in a role to be able to be successful. And Goodwin back helps them on the perimeter. I just think Texas has too much speed on both sides of the ball. I like Texas.
Good pick. McCoy plays well on the road for a second time this season.
He's gaining a lot of confidence.
Mac Brown says if his team comes out flat today, after all the buttons he's tried to push this week, showing them tape of last year, that he's lost it. He can't motivate that.
Just showing that tape right here on game day.
Another reminder. 3-0 Bears, 3-0 Wildcats in the Little Apple, and RG3 has been playing well, but K-State's defense has been stout. They've been preventing big pass plays, the heroic stand at the goal line to stun Miami. They make you earn it today, but it is a huge test because RG3's numbers have been absurd. Again, more touchdowns than incompletions. Unheard of through 3 games. 8 touchdowns on throws beyond 15 yards. Kendall Wright has been unstoppable. The accuracy is superb. The efficiency rating is absolutely ridiculous. If he continues to play well, if they emerge from Little Manhattan with a win, Griffin's going to continue to point toward Big Manhattan as a Heisman candidate. The master's degree candidate in corporate communications, plans on going to law school someday. Very smart guy. But that's not the only thing that sets him apart. He's a self-admitted free spirit. He's kind of a quirky guy, a different cat, say teammates. So in this year of the quarterback feature, brought to you by Degree Man, you'll see why Griffin is most interesting.
He could be the fastest quarterback in the history of football. He participated in the U.S. Olympic trials as a 17-year-old. He graduated high school and college early. He is the most interesting man in college football.
I'm Robert Griffin III. You may know me as RG3.
Touchdown, Baylor!
He wears socks that other men would find laughable.
We got some Cookie Monster socks, Angry Bird socks. We got some Ninja Turtle socks, some Scooby-Doo socks. There's a story behind every single pair of socks. The Cookie Monster socks, I use the analogy that we're at the dinner table. Cookie Monster is known for having a great appetite. The Angry Bird socks, point of the game is to be destructive.
Touchdown, Baylor.
He proposed to his girlfriend by singing a song that he wrote.
I had a friend playing guitar, sung her a song, and proposed.
He sang the song walking all the way out to the 50-yard line, and after the song was over, then he asked me to marry him.
The song that I sung was a song that I made up. Everybody's been asking me to give him a couple verses of the song, but that's just something I like to keep between me and her.
He has thrown more touchdown passes this season than incompletions.
I'm not a very big stats guy, so I try to stay away from it. But when you have things like that ratio, guys are going to bring that up.
Touchdown, Baylor! Robert Griffin!
It's been brought to my attention, and quite frankly, it's unbelievable.
Robert Griffin. He'll take care of it.
I don't always play football, but when I do, I like to play quarterback for Baylor University.
Interesting, intelligent, and very, very good. Got some Husker fans here. You like this? I don't always watch football, but When I do, I prefer.
Stay thirsty.
I think my man Robert shares a sock drawer with Jesse Palmer. Interesting footwear collection. These numbers are ridiculous. I mean, 5 touchdown passes of 30-plus yards in an era when downfield completions are almost a thing of the past in a lot of offense. And again, remember, K-State's defense is built to stop those big plays. So we're going to see who wins out today. He didn't have nearly as good a stats, but Colin Klein, the Kansas State quarterback, is gutty and gritty, and teammates admire how he plays. He was bleeding from the arms in that Miami game, but he found a way to pull it out. Interesting, because I think Kansas State goes into this game confident, regardless of who they're facing.
No, you're right. Very confident. So they come off of a huge win against Miami. Went on the road, beat the Hurricanes 28-24. In a conference that has Texas and Oklahoma, they have the #1 total defense in that conference, only holding their opponents to 264 yards per contest. But now they're going up against RG3, a legitimate Heisman contender. And Baylor boasts the #1 total offense in the Big 12. So this is going to be a great matchup. We're going to see what's real and what's fake.
How does Baylor handle this? We've just spent 3 minutes talking more about Baylor than the last 16 years that I've been on the show.
Yeah.
Honestly, how will Baylor and Art Riles and Robert Griffin handle all the talk about, have you seen that? He's got more touchdowns than incompletions. Does he start to press? Does he start to live up to the hype? If they could just keep ignoring people like us, like looking at them and being excited about their success, then I think Baylor can continue to win. I think their big playability will get them through. I think Robert Griffin's experienced enough to not worry about having to live up to this hype. And he and Kendall Wright, I think, make the plays. But Des is right. Kansas State is hard-nosed, typical Bill Snyder team. But I like the Bears on the road.
You like Baylor.
I like Baylor.
You like Baylor.
I like RG3. That's right. I like Baylor.
My favorite part of the show. A double not so fast. Not so fast, you two guys. Kansas State beat Miami in Miami.
Yep.
They did it the old-fashioned way. They ran the ball and no turnovers. They're confident. They get them at home. Yes, sir. Kansas State upsets Baylor.
Double not so fast.
Double not so fast.
AARP Bill Snyder style. Absolutely. No doubt. I had to go with it. The game within the game, though, you're right, is Griffin's numbers. 236.4. Is that a pretty good quarterback rating through the month of September?
Wow.
Russell Wilson's 218, and he's been almost perfect.
Lights out. Right.
Griffin, more than that, both guys way ahead of record pace. I know it's only a month. But
Long way to go. There's a lot of football left to be played.
Speaking of some team that has to worry about being praised.